request of our students because of the fantastic impression he made. Jon Sands. Jon is a recipient of the 2009 New York City Louder Arts Fellowship Grant, has represented New York multiple times at National Poetry Slam. His first full collection of poems will be released this year from Right Bloody Publishing. He's performed and facilitated workshops with university and arts organizations throughout North America, and he is now the Director of Poetry and Arts Education Programming at Positive Health Project, which is a syringe exchange center located in Midtown Manhattan. He currently also is being commissioned to head 3 separate creative writing programs at Syringe Exchange and AIDS treatment centers in Manhattan and the Bronx, as well as being a youth mentor with Urban Word NYC. He's 1/4 of the nationally acclaimed Electricity Fest, Spilljoy Ensemble. He lives in New York City, where apparently I hear he makes better tuna salad than anyone. Please give a warm welcome.
Class of 2010. Here we are. 27 years, 6 months, 26 days, 7 hours since Michael Jackson released Thriller. Still the best-selling album in music history. 143 years since Christopher Latham Scholes invented the modern typewriter. 46 years, 9 months, 28 days since Martin Luther King Jr. told a crowd of over 200,000 people that he had a dream. And 36 years, 4 months, 6 days, 8 hours since my own father, after dropping out of his 2nd year in college, decided to take a computer class to find more money than was possible at his construction job. And with a clear Manhattan morning waiting outside the glass windows, he asked the foxy lady wearing big glasses, who would turn out to be my mother, if the seat next to her was taken. And here I am. All of which is to say, there are many paths that have brought us to this room today. Stories which led to stories which lead to right now. There is no person in this room without a great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. Or more accurately, without 128 great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers. Beautiful ladies, I'm assuming, with favorite foods, dreams at night, who lived entire lives and created lives that have led specifically to you, which have led you here. We are in this room because an incredible line of history said yes when it could have said no. In 2003, my Uncle Don was practicing law in New Jersey. Don taught himself to play guitar when he was in high school. Spent years covering other people's songs at parties or reunions, and every so often, he would write a song for a funeral. And always, it would land with precision on what that person actually meant to each of us individually. At 47, he decided his guitar made him happier than nearly anything else. He sunk an incredible amount of everything he had, financially and energetically, into creating an album. Contacted professional musicians with samplings of his work and asked if they would join him. Now there are maybe 1,500 people outside of my family who have this remarkable CD. Someone I love, doing what they love. 18 months after the disc was released, my uncle was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Wow. After a strikingly short 5 months, he passed, leaving behind a wife and 3 children, ages 13, 15, and 17. When we miss him, when the people who love him need to spend time with him, they skip the photo albums and old videos and instead go to a CD, to the documentation of him doing what he loved. Not to be a millionaire, not to be famous, but to give this world some account that says this right here is what it feels like to be me. Now, each of us entered this room as we do any room, carrying many labels, which is to say today, you are high school graduates. There are 64 of you. 2 months ago, you may have been the kid freestyling battle raps outside McDonald's with 3 friends who can't stop laughing. Or the quiet girl in the back of a library with her nose glued into a 3.8 GPA. I spend a significant amount of time being the crazy dude who came to someone else's classroom to talk about how poetry is amazing. Right now, I'm the commencement speaker. I promise, in 3 hours, I'll be the guy who looks uncomfortable in a tie on the downtown A train. The way it feels to live a life that can only be yours is never as clean as whatever label this world attaches to you. If you are alive, is every person in here alive?
Yes. Yes, Lord.
If you are alive in this world, you can attest that what it feels like to be you is more complicated than what it looks like to be you. So is there ever a time you are more yourself than when doing what you love, with the people you love? Who you are exists in what you love. It is how you tell the children you have yet to bring into this world the person you were today. To tell the you who will exist 20 years from now what it felt like to close the locker door on your high school years. And we are all here because today is important.
That's right.
A chance to reflect on the way our lives are changing. We are also here to celebrate. Celebrate the choices you have made that have led to these caps and gowns. I think we can take a minute to blow the roof off a little bit louder for that. But you will have many todays. No one else can decide how they will look. Michael Jackson, when recording Billie Jean, could not have known the way our ankles would pop for decades. Martin Luther King Jr. chose to ascend the steps at Lincoln Memorial in 1963 not to become a cultural icon, but to communicate the vision he had for a nation. My Uncle Don could never have known what his artistry would mean to his wife, his nieces and nephews, his parents, his 3 children. He made music because it was what he loved. It was who he was. A choice to say yes. And he could have said no. And we have been afforded the opportunity to write our own chapters in the story of this life because millions of people over thousands of years have said yes. It is not feasible for me to tell you what is possible in your life. History has written you here. The next chapter is yours. Here is the new. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be easy. The juiciest stuff rarely is.
That's right.
It is supposed to be yours. And what better news can there be? I cannot wait to witness the stories you right into this world. Congratulations, Bronx Academy of Letters.